So why are cheap events a bad option? Why can they do more harm than good and cause a lot more financial problems for you and your organization? And when I use the word cheap, I'm deliberate in the term cheap and not low cost, because low cost can be high value, but cheap is cheap. So when we choose to focus on cheap events, typically we're doing things last minute, rushed, ill planned, and we're just looking to throw something together. And that mentality of throwing something together, that is where we cause some serious impacts within our workplace culture. Our team will recognize that we're doing something cheap, with no value, with no meaning, with no thought, no sweat equity involved, and they'll just realize that this is a team band-aid solution. Oh, people are unhappy. Let's just go to the pub. That's a cheap option because it has no value. People can feel this very last minute, quickly pulled together, and when they don't feel valued, and what I mean by this is, if they don't believe that you put in the work to actually do something of value, they're going to feel cheap and disillusioned in the process. And that's going to erode their sense of space within the culture. It's going to create a culture drift, and it's just going to eat away at your values and cause a lot of problems. So rather than doing something cheap, focus on value. Now, if we are looking for a low-cost option, fantastic. Put some effort into it. Don't just quickly go, what can I spend $350 on? That will do, because that's cheap. Look at what's going to actually create some real value, some real connections, that's really going to support the team in some way. Hopefully, you've done some culture value alignment with us in the past, or you've watched some of our videos, or you've done it yourself, and you know what it would take to support your team, especially fulfilling their needs and filling their cup. But if you haven't, reach out. We'd be happy to have a quick 20-minute call with you to discuss how you can do this and how you can do things of value while still managing a very low-cost option. So ultimately, when you do something cheap, your team will recognize it. They're going to feel as a last option. They're going to realize, oh, this was spur of the moment. This wasn't thought of. We weren't thought of. We were a last-minute decision. This was just done to save face. This is a Band-Aid. It seems empty, it seems low intention, and that's going to make them feel less valued at work, and it will erode the quality of work they're going to do. They're going to be less driven because they don't feel valued, so why would they give anything more? And this is why doing something cheap is bad.